Members of the Pride, and welcome to another vlog. I know I just released one yesterday, but that's because I have a new update. As you recall, yesterday I started an advertising campaign to boost some of my numbers and try to get my channel off the ground a bit. And I wanted to hold off on doing my official welcome and thank you to all of my new subscribers until numbers tapered off. Numbers tapered off. I was a little surprised at how fast they tapered off. I had expected the campaign to last longer than 12 hours. But it looks like for now, it's just 12 hours. Perhaps the campaign will start up again later. I don't know. I need to talk to my promoter. But in any case, we went from 113 subscribers to 891 in a single day, which is absolutely phenomenal. Welcome to all of you. Welcome all new subscribers. And of course, hello to all of my old ones. But it kind of puts me in a bit of a pickle. Originally, I was going to do my next thank you to subscribers video at 250. Well, we kind of shot past that. And then the next one after that was going to be at 500. Well, we kind of shot past that. And then we were going to do another one at 750. And we kind of shot past that. So this is going to be my thank you so much for being a part of my channel at 250, 500, 750, and apparently 850 subscribers. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I can say with some confidence and with a little bit of humility that you will not regret being a subscriber here. We focus on quality gameplay. I try to be entertaining when I can, and we tend to be real here. We don't do a lot of what a lot of these other YouTubers, they get on and they put on a show and they act like goofballs, or they act like doofuses, or they put on a pretty obvious display of not being real. We don't do that here. Here we're real. Here, everything is genuine. We act genuine. We react to what happens on the games genuinely. I don't do that. I don't do that nonsense of I'm going to put on a show for you and act like it. No, I don't do that. What you see is me. This is how I am. So I want you all to realize that when you come here, when you join this channel, you get genuine gameplay. You get genuine reactions, and you get, I don't know, you get real and not some of this fake stuff and so much of this false, I don't know, just putting on airs that a lot of these other channels do. I don't do that. Which is one of the reasons why I don't do a lot of editing on my show either. Usually the only editing I do is if I'm editing out genuine mistakes or errors that in terms of production, not gameplay. If I screw up on gameplay and I restart it, I'll usually tell you and just say, hey guys, no, I don't think we're going to do this. We're going to restart. But usually I usually play it honest for gameplay as well. I don't generally do a lot of restarting there as well. I let the dice fall where they may, if you understand me. So let me just say one more time. I'm not going to make this a long video. I just wanted to say welcome to all of the new subscribers. Thank you for subscribing so very much. You guys are making my dream of becoming a professional YouTuber a reality. And so thank you for staying, and thank you for watching, and thank you for subscribing. And I hope that I can continue to entertain you to the best of my ability. I will be continuing this advertising campaign of mine. If this particular one that I just worked with to get me to this point has ended, I think it would be premature if he did. because as I believe I asked for 5 days of advertising, and apparently I'm so far I've only gotten 12 hours, but it seems to have stopped. So I don't really know what happened there. I'm still trying to figure that part out. But in any case, I intend to continue with my campaign to get more subscribers and try to become bigger, because I want to be able to get to monetization level. That's the next goal. The next big goal is 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours per year of watch time. And right now, the way I've got it right now, I don't have either of those. So that's the big goal. That's the goal we're pushing for. So if you want to see this channel become bigger and actually start being able to do greater productions and greater and get greater value out of your time, then please hit that like button. Please hit that subscribe button. Please make sure that you're sharing these videos on your social media. Believe it or not, that is huge when you do that. It's probably the single most important thing you can do is share these videos on your Facebook, on your MySpace. MySpace, does that even exist anymore? On your Instagram, on your Twitter, everywhere. If you can share these and share these videos out there, you can get more, basically you can expose this channel to more people, and that'll bring more people into the channel who themselves can continue to spread it and spread it and spread it. And it will allow me to accomplish my first goal, my first primary major goal of getting monetized. And then from there, we can continue to expand it and be able to actually make Squeaking Lion into the charitable organization that is my inevitable goal. Because for those of you who don't know, one of the reasons why I say at the end of every video, anybody can be a mouse that roars, but it takes someone special to be a lion that squeaks. That's because for me, a squeaking lion is a person who goes out and does great things for people, great things for community, great things for others other than themselves, and they don't ask for any credit for it. They don't look for the limelight. They don't put their accomplishments out for the world to see. They just do it because that's what they do. They're being good people. They're being great people. They are being lions, but they're not roaring to get to be seen. They're just doing it. And so part of the charitable organization I am trying to put together is to give credit to these squeaking lions, to these people who go out and do these great things. Like, I don't know, for example, during the Nun fires, about a little less than a year ago, in California, there were a bunch of wildfires, and there were people who came out and offered their time and offered their services. I distinctly remember one coffee truck who came out, and gosh, and I'm sorry, I wish I could remember the name. I wrote it down somewhere, but I have a terrible memory, so I'm sorry, I wasn't prepared for this. This is kind of off my head. But this one coffee truck came out and they offered everything that they had for free to anybody who was a first responder. And then later on expanded that to help out the citizens who had lost their homes. And they didn't ask for a penny. And they offered everything in their truck, and they weren't a big company. They were one single coffee truck. That was it. It was an independent business who probably lost an enormous amount of revenue. They could have come out and taken advantage of those of people and sold them coffee, which I'm sad to say a lot did. Not a lot, but several did. Most were very cool about it and went out there and did and just gave away their products because people were hurting and in need. And they went out there, and of course, yeah, they get to write some of that off for the government tax purposes and all that stuff. And yes, there's advertising involved. Hey, look at the great thing they did. But maybe that's the major companies that are able to do that. They've got the resources to do this. This one coffee truck didn't do anything like that. Sure, they might have written it off on their taxes or whatever the next year or whatever, but nobody twisted these guys their arms. Nobody heard of these guys. I can't, and gosh, and I wish I could remember their name. I feel so terrible about not remembering their name. But they were phenomenal. They just went out and they just did a good thing. And they didn't ask for any, they didn't go out and advertise that later. I know, I followed up on them. I went to go look to see if they went and capitalized on that. They didn't. They're just good people who did a good thing. And that is a squeaking lion. And I want to be able to give credit to those people, which is why I feel so bad right now that I can't remember their name. I want to say they were called Coffee Maids, or oh gosh, I can't. Oh, I'm gonna kick myself now. I'm gonna absolutely kick myself now. So, but anyway, yeah, that's the reason that's kind of the ultimate goal of Squeaking Lion. We want to give credit to where credit is due to the people who do good things. And we also want to be able to teach the younger generation moral lessons, and being able to teach the next generation proper etiquette, good thing, doing things for the right reasons and not for selfish reasons. That's part of what I want to do here. Because if I wanted to, I could get a bunch of cheap, cheesy gimmicks. I could go out and be that YouTuber who cusses constantly. And because I mean, in real life, I cuss. I'm a military member. Of course I cuss. I could go and do all the vulgar stuff that's on that you see on most gameplay videos, and do the cheap tactics that get you the easy views and the easy. But I don't want to do that. I want to do this right because I want to prove to the next generation that being the jerk isn't necessary to succeed. Being the good guy, doing the right thing, the moral thing, should be your priority, should be your obligation. And the fact that modern society just doesn't think that way, I think is a travesty. Too many people are selfish. We're trained in school. Everybody's independent and everybody's an individual, and you have to think about yourself. And then we don't actually teach like teamwork until college, when all of a sudden in college doing that teamwork stuff is not only mandatory, but is forced and enforced through your grades. I mean, you're strong-armed into believing throughout your entire childhood that you're an individual. And then you're strong-armed again when you hit, like, later, the later in high school and college. You're strong-armed again into believing, into feeling that if you don't work as a team, even though you've had none of the practice to begin with, all of a sudden you're forced to be a team and everyone goes, I don't know what to do. So it bothers me that happens. It bothers me that we're teaching our next generation such a confusing set of moral codes. We're better than this. We are better than this as a society. And it's this channel's belief, and I believe moral obligation, to teach every generation that comes after me that being the good guy is worthwhile. Doing the good thing, doing the right thing simply because it's the right thing to do is the right thing to do. But look at our movies today. Look at our books today. Look at the cartoons that you see that children are watching. Look at how much of that is selfish. Look at how much we celebrate the bad guy. That bothers me. Believe it or not, that has impact. That has consequences. And we're teaching our society, we're teaching our children that this is not only acceptable, but it's the right thing to do? Are you kidding? It's a travesty. And this channel fights against that. Maybe all I'm doing is playing video games, but I'm also trying to teach the people who play those video games the right moral thing to do within the video games. Now, obviously, that's not hard and fast. I mean, I play games that are pretty morally ambiguous. There are games that are pretty brutal, and obviously, murdering people because it gets you cool stuff. Obviously, that's game mechanic. But for those of you who may have watched my Fallout series, you know that I agonized over those moral dilemmas that Fallout 4 gave you, because I wanted to make sure that I was not only doing the right thing, but showing you, the viewer, what the right thing is. What, in my opinion, was the correct response, the moral thing to do. I don't know. I'm starting to preach from the rafters here, and maybe I'm getting too preachy here. But I think too many times we're too willing to let other people teach our children what's right, instead of we, the parent, teaching our children what's right. And since I am a parent, and too many parents are not willing to teach their children the moral thing to do, at least maybe I can try. And within my gameplay, I can show the next generation that being the good guy is good. Being a good guy is the right thing to do. And so I guess that's kind of what the overall goal of Squeaking Lion is, to try to improve our society in some small way and try to do the right thing for the sake of it being right, and instead of some of the extremely morally questionable things that our current society seems to embrace and love, all in the name of independent thinking, which I'm not against independent thinking. We all need to be individuals, but we all also need to be team players. We need to stop thinking selfishly and start thinking community. Stop thinking me, and maybe for a minute go, yeah, but that guy. Yeah, but that lady. Take a look at some of the people who are genuinely struggling in their lives. Not the people who are going, boo-hoo, I don't have a Ferrari. Or, boo-hoo, I don't want to go do any work, but I expect everybody to take care of me. The hell with them. You know what? Those are the selfish. Those are the people who are too busy thinking me, and not thinking, you know what? There's more people in the world than me. And that's what this channel's about. When it comes right down to it, that is what this channel is about. It's about doing the right thing. And that's why all of my video gameplay is always about trying to come up with the most moral thing to do. The right thing to do. I mean, am I perfect at it? Of course not. I mean, when it all comes down to it, it is a video game, and sometimes video games require us to do things that are not strictly moral. Obviously, I'm not going to go around killing people in real life. But in a video game, sometimes it's fun to blow things up. And so we always have to remember that this is a video game and it's not a true representation of real life. But that doesn't mean that I can't show a moral code within video games. And that's why, and that's kind of what my shtick is. That's what I want to do. But guys, I'm sorry. I just looked at my time and realized I have gone on much longer than I originally expected. I kind of got preachy. I'm sorry. I promise I'm going to end it here. But I just want to say one last time, thank you so much for subscribing. I hope I've given you a general idea of what we do here and the kind of moral code and gaming code that we do. We are still geeks. We're still gamers. We still do all the right thing. Do all the gamer things while trying to do the right thing. And I'll just go ahead and just leave it at that. So anyway, guys, that's going to do it for this particular episode and this particular vlog. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, do the liking and the subscribing and the sharing on the social media, especially that last one. You guys are the best fans in the world. Thank you so much for watching. And as always, everyone, always remember that anyone can be a mouse that roars, but it takes someone special to be a lion that squeaks. So embrace your inner lion and squeak on! Man, I got preachy there.